I was so enthralled in reading your comments and things, I forgot to pop Irene and myself back on screen. Good evening, everybody.
That's all right, Tony. We'll let you off. Good evening,
And-
everybody. I am wishing you all a very happy, peaceful, and blessed Easter. I hope you've all had a good weekend. Hey up, Paul Haig Smith, darling. Hope you're all right. Scott, Cheryl, everybody, Jackie.
Susie, everybody, yes.
Yeah.
And plus there were photographs of the caravan site in there, and I was like, oh, I want to be there. Sharing all this with you. Jean's been out for a Sunday tea, so she'll be joining us at some point. So for now, it's Irene and myself.
It's us two Maddites, but there you go.
Yeah, we'll miss Jean for the time she's not here, but I'm sure we can muddle through. Well,
we're going to have to wait for us to come on to teach us our manners, Duck, aren't we? Because we've got to behave when Jean's here. Bless her.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So as it's Easter, I've got a Bible reading that I would like to read, and then I found a lovely quote about Easter, so I'll read that as well, and then I've got an Easter prayer, and we'll do the Lord's Prayer as well, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
But I do love Easter. I love I found actually I'll put it up now. I found something that I really liked. Earth's saddest day and gladdest day were just 3 days apart. And I thought that was absolutely beautiful because, of course, there was the tragedy of Christ being crucified. But 3 days later,
it was the resurrection.
He proved the ultimate demonstration of mediumship because he came back as spirit to show that we go on and life is eternal and we can be saved through him. So, but anyway, I'll be getting a message from Michael pop up in a little while, get on with it. So,
good evening, Michael.
Yes.
Happy Easter, darling.
I've seen a couple of quotes from Michael going up. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Mark wrote in the 16th book, verse 5-7, as they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe sitting on the right side. They were alarmed. Don't be alarmed, he said. You are here looking for Jesus the Nazarene who was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. See the place where he laid. But go tell his disciples and Peter he is going ahead of you to Galilee, and you will see him there, just as he foretold. I love that. And then I found a quote by Craig D. Lounsborough. Easter is God throwing everything at death so that I can give everything in life.
Oh, that's lovely.
I thought that was absolutely beautiful. I thought it was really nice. So we'll open the service in prayer, if that's okay. Can we blend our energies together? Almighty God, who through thine only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, has overcome death and opened unto us the gates of everlasting life, grant that we who celebrate with joy the day of the Lord's resurrection may be raised from the death of sin by thy life-giving Spirit, through the same Jesus Christ our Lord, who liveth and reigneth with thee, and the same Spirit ever, one God, world without end. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. That was lovely, Tony.
Thank you.
Right. As I have just explained to Tony, the ink is still wet. And I've wrote this out today, and I've wrote it out 3 times. It's not right. It's not as I want it, but it's my message for Easter for everybody. And once I've done it, I will be able to put it right and maybe read it out for next year. And I've just called it Easter. 1,000 times I've asked myself, why can't you be free? I want to help you through the hard times because you know what it means. You are loved so very much, and one day they will see. When you are troubled, you want to say so much. We know you at our side when we walk. You don't have to say anything as such. Tell me your troubles, Lord. Let us talk. What you went through, you were not to blame. You were hurting inside, but they would not relent. So they hurt you. You had the shame. They tried persecution, but they did not win. For now comes your resurrection. Your life begins again. Our love for you holds strong and true. We just wish we could see you in that holy light, with God and angels, but only a few, your face gentle and bright. I want to see your serenity on your face, even though you have gone to heaven. One day we will be together. We will be with you at your side, at my rightful place in heaven.
Oh, I love that. That's gorgeous.
Thank you. I thought
really
it would be
nice.
appropriate for, like I say, it
Yeah.
needs tweaking a little bit. There are some things that I'm not happy with it, but all in all, it said what I wanted to say, because
It
he
says
did
everything
suffer on the
beautifully.
cross, and
Yeah.
there were tears from Mary Magdalene and the others,
And his mum.
and Martha and all the others. But it was also, I mean, my sister works very highly in the Methodist Church, and I was brought up Methodist. But the one quote that always gets to me when somebody is trying to put somebody else, say something bad about somebody else, Jesus said when he was doing the stoning, let them who has not sinned cast the first stone.
Yeah, he did.
And it is
And
so true.
And at the end, on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, they know not what they do.
Exactly.
So even at the end, when they'd committed the ultimate and killed him, he said, forgive them, that it's not their fault. They don't know what they're doing.
He took the blame, he took the shame, but
Yeah.
he came back to us, as you said, the ultimate advocacy for mediumship, because he was there, and 3 days later he'd risen again. And even though we can't see him, we know he's there, and our Lord God said it had to be.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was watching Fern Britton this morning on the BBC, and she was doing the Easter. She'd gone to Jerusalem and was going around all of the places. It was really moving, and I mean, at the time she had tears, because she said there's a church on Calvary, and there's the rock where they think the crosses would have been stood, and as she walked in, she just said, I can't imagine what Jesus and the others went through, being nailed on a cross. It was
and all they give him to drink was vinegar on a sponge. Awful.
But he conquered death and came through it and proved that life is eternal, that we move on, that we go
you
on.
Could actually say, Tony, really, that he is our Father in a way. He is our ultimate heavenly medium, because he was there. And I was somewhere in Retford, and I was at a trance night, and I have never seen anybody work like this. It was a private meeting, and I've never seen anything like this person who was in trance before. And she had her friend with her, and the friend was scribing what she was saying, and I perked up my ears, because there was one person who sort of dominated, but then he got on about heaven and the this and that, and he says, our Lord does not come out. Our Lord is surrounded by the ring of 12, as in the 12 disciples.
Yeah.
And each one has the place, and Jesus is the head of the disciples, making the 13th disciple, because there was always 13. There was him and 12 others.
Yeah.
It makes you think. It makes you think. It makes you wonder. And
Yeah.
you know. Anyway.
Yeah. It's wonderful. It really is wonderful.
Yes, but Easter is like Christmas. It's a very emotional time for us all, especially those of us who believe and do what we do.
Yes. Yeah. And even
yes, but sorry, go on, Tony.
No, I was just going to say, even the Easter egg, egg is a new start, a new growth. It's potential wrapped up in a little shell. It's gorgeous.
Well, Paul's just said, doesn't trance get scary? Yes, it can get scary, Paul. You have to, when you're doing trance, you have to have somebody with you who you can trust 100, 200%. And also you have to know what you're doing. It takes your energy, and it depends on how they work with you as to how you come back. But that's why you have to have somebody. For instance, if Tony wants to do it, for instance, the obvious person for him to be with would be Michael, because he's the one that knows him better. If I was to do it, then it would be my husband, or it would be Tony or Jean, because again, or Michael, because I trust them implicitly to do the job that they're being asked to do. But it can be scary. You have got to learn to do it properly.
You do.
And as Michael says, development stages, as in all mediumship, development stages, you cannot just do like a lot of people do a 5, 6, 7 week online course and call yourself a medium. It doesn't work like that.
No.
And anybody who knows anything about spiritual and mediumship knows that. Those of like us who've been doing it for years but have learned the old ways, these new ways are not the right way to do it. You need to do it properly. Tony went through it, and Jean was Tony's mentor. So and then when I came on the scene, she helped me a little bit as well. So
but you'd already served your time, if you like, hadn't you? You'd done the years of development.
But I had.
With trance, I would love to do it. But I haven't found anybody I would trust enough to teach me through it. And of course, Michael would have to be there as my anchor to keep me grounded and to bring me back. But yes, it's finding the right person.
It will come in time, though. You are spirit. It will come in time. They will teach you when the time is right, when they know you're right. At the moment, things aren't quite right with you, sweetheart. No. You know, you are comfortable with yourself and with Michael and doing that, but sometimes you need to sort of take a step back and slow down a bit and say, right, which way do I want to go? Which path do I want to go down? And then concentrate on that one path.
And it's not up to me.
No, it's up to spirit.
It's up to spirit.
Yeah.
It's up to spirit how they want to use me. And if they want me to go down the trance route, I've no doubt I will. And
I agree with what Pam and a couple of others have said. Doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, you never stop learning. And you have to evolve as spirit evolves.
Yeah.
They're with you.
And every time we do this, every time we come online even, and every time I open up to spirit, I learn something.
Yeah,
I learn something from every time I encounter spirit. And it's not just with spirit, actually. Every time I have an interaction with anybody outside of life as well, like yourselves and Michael and people out on the street when we're allowed to be out again, it's a learning experience. And if you don't, then there's something amiss.
Well, Dawn's just put on that she's been told she's a candidate for doing trance, but she's unsure. Be very careful, Dawn. Don't go into it. You know, learn about it first and find somebody you can trust who can be your anchor. But you've got to trust them wholeheartedly. You can't just be part way.
And you've got to trust the person who's teaching you as well.
Absolutely, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hi, Jean.
Hiya.
Hello, darling. Have you had a good evening?
Yes, my son invited us for dinner.
Oh,
Lovely.
lovely. Absolutely
That's why I'm a little.
lovely.
That's why I'm a little bit late.
Well, we went to
it
see
doesn't matter.
Michael's mum,
but
and
that were
Michael's
nice.
sister was cooking dinner and said, "Are you staying? But we're not having it till after 5." And I said, "Well, I can't because I've got this wonderful service to do." So I didn't have Sunday lunch because I'm here.
Well, I'm here. John did
Mine's
it
still on
about.
the side. It's plated up, but I ain't done it yet.
We went at 4. We've had his dinner about 5:10, and we haven't even had pudding. I've come straight home.
Oh,
bless you.
So I have rushed here to get with you.
yeah. Oh, bless you.
But
Thank
it's
you.
lovely that everybody's noticed I'm back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's lovely. Thank you,
Evening,
everybody.
Dad.
Hello, Daddy Alan.
I'm coming to see you soon, Dad. And Mum.
Well, hopefully I'll be there too, but who knows?
Can I say, don't get the paintbrush out. Just get me a butty.
Oh, Lisa Scott, it's transfiguration mediumship, where you invite a spirit so close that they actually come
They come
inside
actually within you.
and they use your body and your mouth and everything, and they take over the reading, and they give the reading direct through you. We're all overshadowed by spirit. They come in close to give us their, like they do with me, they give me their energy and their personality,
mediums,
but they don't actually get inside my body and take over. And
we're all, I've spoken on about trans, we're all slightly trans, any medium, but transfiguration's different.
it's completely different. Oh,
Yeah.
my dad says, can't wait, and he can if he wants.
Oh, paint.
Yes.
Oh, Dad, you don't need to. Just make me a go on, what is it? Oh God, dripping with jelly sandwich.
Yeah, on a stotty cake.
Yeah.
Lisa, very, very similar to Patrick's face, only it's thin ghost, but it's not quite that easy. When
that guy jumps into Whoopi Goldberg to talk to his wife, that was transfiguration. He went inside and he used Whoopi Goldberg's body to. That's how it worked.
And the oddest thing when you see a transfiguration medium is the voice. The voice is the last thing. What transfiguration takes, it's really difficult. You can see the shape.
It's hard work,
but the voice comes last. So don't be disappointed if you see one and they're not talking what you think, because that's the hardest bit. Yeah. But I know two or three really spot on trans mediums with a voice and everything.
Yeah.
Some I don't.
When I saw this lady in Doncaster, like I say, it was Doncaster. I can't remember if it's Doncaster or Retford. But when I saw this medium, she had her mum with her, and she went into dress, and it was a Chinese lady because she had the accent, and she told us her name, and she gave us all a reading. But when she left the lady's body, the lady was curled up in the fetal position, and she always came back blind. And you have to let them come round on your own. And she had to uncurl herself from the fetal position. And she was, for the first 10 minutes, she was really confused. But we just left the light on, just stayed silent and waited for her to come back. And it took about 15 minutes. It was wonderful to watch. But you really, really have to know what you're doing. You can't just do it on your own. It's too dangerous.
It can be dangerous, Lisa Scott, but if it's done properly, it's not.
If you have the proper teaching, you need the proper teaching if you want to go into trance.
That's what we were just saying. You've got to, like you do for mediumship, Jean. You've got to learn the basics and grounding before you go and build yourself up. And you've got to trust the person teaching you and have somebody who can bring you back. Have somebody who can ground you and bring you back.
I've had to fetch people back where they've gone too deep into my
There was a lady on rostrum at that church we used to go to, Jean, and she started to go down.
Yes, she did,
Do you
didn't
remember?
she? Oh, yeah. I know what they're calling her.
Don't.
I think
It doesn't. No.
No, I'm just thinking her name. I can't think of it.
No, but don't.
No,
It was a medium. Yeah,
it was a medium. A lovely person.
Yes.
She's lovely.
I know.
See, as in all things,
and she's been a medium for years and years and years.
Yeah,
but she just went.
This just happened.
Yeah.
And as an experienced medium, it should have never happened.
No,
because you don't allow it. She should have been able to knock that off.
Oh, Cheryl, thank you.
Annette Kenny says, "Do you not worry about dark entities?"
No, because
because we are protected. We're protected not only by our own protection and our own guides, but we're also protected by spirit as well. They know who to bring us, and once you start learning how I understand it, I don't know a lot about trance, but how I understand it is you can have one or two guides that work with you regular. Some have more, some only have one. And once they get to know how to work with you and you get to know how to work with them, it's part and parcel of the learning. As usual, you go A, B, C. You don't go A to Z and miss the B's and C's out in the middle.
No, you don't. This is turning into a Q&A. It wasn't meant to, but...
It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter.
How can you be sure you can get somebody back? How would that work?
Does that mean you're fetching the person who's into the trance back?
Yes, I think that's what it is.
If you know how to do it, people who have been a medium for a while and who's just, I won't say learning, but people who've done mediumship for a while, you do know the difference when things aren't quite right. So I've done it. You go and sit at the side of them and you talk to them very quietly and you ask them to listen to your voice, not the voice from spirit. So they're concentrating on your voice, Lisa. And that's how you bring them back. You just tell them to listen to your voice and to take deep breaths, nice sudden breaths, not too fast so they don't hyperventilate, but listen to your voice. And as they start to come round, all they hear then is your voice. They don't hear anything else. They don't hear spirit or nothing. And gradually then they can come and they'll come back to you. And then it's just time then waiting for them to get over that shock. Yeah. Give them a drink of water because that always helps. Yeah. But just give them time then. They might just want to sit there in peace. That's fine, but you just watch over them. Yeah. But whoever's with them, who's side of them, some call them gatekeepers, some just call them little guides, but listen to the person who's fetching them back. That's how you do it.
Yeah. And the other one about dark entities, if you're talking about good and evil, there's not it's not. We've talked about this the other day, didn't we? About
different energies, don't you?
Oh, I've not seen that Insidious.
Oh, I have. I've seen it, Lisa.
I haven't seen it.
Watch it. I would say watch it.
Is it about trance?
I don't want to spoil it. It's
okay.
About spirit and people like that, and watch it. You've got to watch it because there's 1 and 2.
All right. Okay.
Right. Paul says, I've seen one paranormal team fake that happened in 10 seconds of requesting spirit enter his body, then started talking like someone else. Sometimes they can take your voice and put somebody else's voice on, Paul, all within the boundaries of trance, but it doesn't happen in 10 seconds.
That's just what I was going to say. We've seen one, haven't we, where
just gone like
said
that.
Opening prayer and went and started walking up and down talking like,
and it doesn't work.
Alexander the meerkat. But
it don't work like that. You have to slowly go down into trance. Yeah. You don't just shut your eyes and you've gone. You go down slowly and it's in sections. You'll just see little bits going, little bits and little bits. And then that's when you'll notice, when they're in full trance, that's when you'll notice, because that's when all the face will change, the body language, the voice, everything will change, but it takes time.
I've seen a few trance mediums, that one included, but the others I've seen just sat in a chair and and spoke from the chair, but
Yeah.
that one wandered up and down.
And I've seen one. I'll not nothing out, but I've seen one go down really quick. Tony will vouch for this. Say he's in trance, get up in middle, go to the toilet, have a cig, come back and start again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, how does that work?
Well,
exactly.
How does it work? I'd love to know that.
Sky says, I lived in a house with nasty spirits, so I know. Let's just go a bit. So I've seen spirits manipulating objects. Sometimes it can get too violent. I've lived in a house with nasty spirits, so I know they are real, unfortunately. Some spirits can be nasty, but it depends on what concept you call nasty. I mean, everybody's got a temper, even spirits. So, you know,
but they're still, spirit are people.
Absolutely.
These shows where they talk about red eyes and claws and
scales and
no.
Right.
So
sorry.
Run about nasty energies and things like that. But the thing is, you've got to think that you're giving an energy off as well as them. So sometimes you clash, and that's a lottery. You clash because even with what you're calling a nasty energy, your guides, your loved ones wouldn't let that person hurt you.
No.
They wouldn't let them hurt you. So, and I've been into houses where people have said this is happening, that's happening, others happening. And Tony's been in one with me, one or two. And you've got to be really careful because, Tony, that person, what we're doing all that scratching, and she said that was spirit.
Yeah, I've got red scratches all up my legs, scratching her legs.
It was an habit, weren't it? We watched her say it, and it was an habit. She couldn't stop scratching. So, no.
Poltergeists. Susie Gell's asking about poltergeists. Poltergeists are your energy.
It's you what's
it's
building
your
that.
build-up of energy. And that energy can make
that
things
is different,
move and go off the wall and things, but
it's you.
You always find that a poltergeist is energy from within the house. It's not a spirit from the realm of spirit. It's
that's different. Poltergeist.
You find them a lot around adolescent teenagers. They give off that type of energy for some reason. It's strange.
Lisa, the guy, you're quite right. The guy who was on Most Haunted did get into trouble for faking it. Now, and that was one of the reasons, I believe, was because that they found out quite by accident that he could do trance, and then they expected him to do it every time. But you can't fake trance, not real trance. If you can't go up and down and do what he did. But spirit work in different ways, because what spirit can give, spirit can also take away. And they had a little bit of a downfall.
Yes, they did.
So, but anyway, that's next question.
Yes. We'll start giving messages.
Well, see what they want to do. Right.
Okay.
Was told someone played with Ouija board years earlier, and nasty spirits joined the house and stayed there. Personally, I would never ever touch a Ouija board. Never.
No.
Don't play with Ouija boards, because you open them up and you don't close them down. And that's what happens. My brother, this is true story, my brother played about with a Ouija board and he nearly had his finger chopped off. If you saw his finger now, he hasn't got that bit on end. He chopped it off because glass broke, and that is true. Wow. That he'd tell you himself if he could speak, but he ain't got a tongue now. But that's different. That's cancer. But no, you open a Ouija board up unless you know how you're closing a Ouija board down, which a lot don't, and you can't say, "Well, I'll throw it in fire," because it don't work.
No.
You need to close the Ouija board down. So I don't know if Tony and Irene agree, but I would never ever experience with a Ouija board. And go steady, because not all are Ouija boards. Some are spirit boards. Some are letter boards, some are number boards, and in end they all tally up to the same thing.
And you know what really frightens me more than anything is the fact that now some people, some shops are selling these for children, and they're not to be messed with. I only ever experienced it once, and like Jean's brother, I had a very bad experience, and I said never ever again. And I've always taught my daughter and my son never go
no, and because you can't control what comes through it.
Correct.
And what we've got to say is, and I think Jean said it earlier, there are people in the world of spirit who aren't very nice.
It's true.
Just like there are people here that aren't very nice. So if one of those comes through and gets stuck in your house, then you are going to have issues. But it's still a spirit person, not a demon or anything.
Oh, Paul says I'm scared to use one I got in my house.
Paul, if you don't want it in your house, love, I'd just put it away somewhere.
Take it away.
Yeah. Take it away.
Give it to a church if need be, because they'll just know what to do with it if you don't want it in your house. Soon as church is open, take it into there. They'll know how to dispose of it properly for you, don't.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Has anybody got a link?
Poundland, Lita Scott. Poundland had something absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, this is what I mean, and they're all over the internet, and it's awful. I mean, it's crazy. I would never use.
No,
I'd never use one. They're awful. They're awful things.
They are. They're not nice at all.
You bought it from Paranormal Team Advice, oh dear.
Paul did, yeah.
Yeah, Paul.
They should know better.
Paul. They should know better, sweetheart. Absolutely, they should.
Should be asking questions if they were selling them, but there again, that's up to them.
I've had the smell of taste and smoke with me for 4 days and must have my dad with me. Ask what he wants.
Pam, Doug, you could ask what he wanted, darling.
Yeah, because you're a medium, Pam. You can ask.
Well,
you don't have to be.
You don't need a medium to ask what they've come
for. No, you don't.
Anybody can ask.
You don't have to be a medium because your dad might want to talk to you. So if you can smell it, sweetheart, I would say to him,
what is it you want,
Dad, or whatever you're saying, but let me know just what you want where you can.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear. Take it to church, innit? Yeah, take it to church.
That's what I'd do. Take it to a church. Yeah. They'll know how to dispose of it.
Oh, have you seen what Sky's put? Paul, yes, take it to church. A neighbour, when I was a kid, put it on someone's lawn. It landed back on her lawn with no one touching it.
Wow.
A church will know what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, dear, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I would, but won't. I have, but won't tell me. It's killing me. That's Pam Duffy.
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Oh, Pam, be like when you were a kiddie and tell your dad he's got to talk to you when you're a kiddie and have a paddy, love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop defeating. Scream.
Yeah. You'll make me sick.
I shall make myself sick. Yes. Does anybody have a link with them?
Irene? Well, we're just going to ask you because I've just been singing in the rain.
Oh,
and I don't know why.
And it's funny you saying that because I've got the old song, The Rhythm of the Rain. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. So, right, go on then, Jean.
Well, as soon as I got out at car, and then I've jumped in and done this, haven't we? But I know it were a gentleman, and I don't know if he would have liked to be out in the rain, or if it's the song. Because sung it?
Gene Kelly.
Yeah, we're just going to say. Or it's something to do with him. They must like musicals because it were a musical, weren't it?
Mm-hmm.
Film and that. So it was something to do with that. But I know I'd got a gentleman. And I do know this gentleman, bless him, wouldn't have been a very big gentleman at all. I would only say he'd probably be about 5'8", 5'9". Could be a bit bigger, but I'm just going small and quite slender in the face, as he's letting me know. But he's just singing in the rain. So the song or the rain must mean something that there would have been like, kiddies might like to be in it rain. And he's coming down. Why are you coming down? There you go, Sky. So it must be with you then, darling. but I just don't know why he said he's coming down. Can you understand somebody was going to come? Right, thank you. Can you understand, sweetheart, somebody would have said they're coming down or they're coming to visit you? Are you expecting somebody coming visiting? Because he's just said to me, I'm coming down, but I don't understand that. So, to me, if somebody says they're coming down, they're probably coming to see me. So, and he's just said they're coming down, Doug. So I don't know what that is. So you might be getting a visit. Right.
Built, but sure, okay.
So I don't know if you can understand that, sweetheart. I know that it's Easter. We all know it's Easter, sweetheart. But can you understand? Well, I'm not saying can you, because he's saying yes, you can. Where you would have done your own eggs, darling, and I'm not talking about just the boiled eggs. Right. Thank you very much. Oh, but he'll still can come and see you. Because they're talking about boiled eggs. So can you remember when you decorated boiled eggs, darling? I know we're around Easter, but somebody does like the eggs as well, I've got to say, because he's just given me dippy eggs and I've got an egg sandwich. So I do know somebody does like the eggs. Okay. And as he's talking about this as well, I know there's a birthday coming up, sweetheart, in the month of May, he's telling me. Okay. And I know you've mentioned July, but there's a birthday in the month of May, sweetheart, and I've got to give you the month of September as well. I've got to take you around about the 15th of a month, because he's talking about the 15th of a month. And at the minute, Duck, it's as if you're chasing your tail. Thank you. I know there was something, and it's as if you're chasing your tail, sweetheart, and you just can't catch it, because he's making reference to this, that you're just going round and round and round, and he's just wanting you to, bless him, he wants you to sit and think, take time and think, because you're just going round, Duck, and you don't seem to be getting. Thank you. So he wants you 23rd, but I said 15th, didn't I? May, yes, but I said 24th.
September.
Yeah. But I've got 15th, sweetheart. Try to think, and I've given you May, but try to think of the 15th. Because he said the 15th, it might be on a door, but he did say 15th. Okay. He wants you to take a little bit of time out, sit down, have a cup of tea and think. Think of what's going on, because like I say, you're just like a headless chicken. You're just going round and round and round, and you're not being able to think of what you're wanting to do, sweetheart. Okay. I do know this gentleman must have liked to be out in the garden. And these few days you could have been out in garden. It's been beautiful, because he's taking me out in the garden, sweetheart. Okay, so I don't know, it would have been like to being outdoors and in the garden. Okay, I don't know if it's you what's grown tomatoes. Thank you. I don't know if it's you what likes tomatoes, sweetheart, or if you can understand where this gentleman grew tomatoes, because I've got tomato vines with nice tomatoes on them. So I know there's something to do with that as well, sweetheart. Okay. Someday. And there was them right big, it could do them big beefy tomatoes, as they're called, because he's just given me a big beefy tomatoes. That's right, isn't it? They're 8 big uns.
Yeah, the beef cold beef tomatoes.
Yeah, he's just given me one of those, sweethearts. So I do know somebody likes the tomatoes, because he's given me a big one. Okay. And he's saying they always were put, we know we have them in salads, but somebody would have made some other things. I don't know if they scraped them out like they would have done a pepper, but they would have done something different with these big tomatoes. Okay, as he's in. All right, sweetheart. I've got. That's lovely. Well, he must come with you, sweetheart. He must go a little walk with you. Can you understand where there would be rabbits? Because he's just showing me rabbits. No, we Easter, but I mean real rabbits. Thank you. Where there's rabbits, sweetheart, somebody must have had a rabbit as a pet, or had a couple of rabbits, because he's talking more than one. So there must have been rabbits when you was a child, sweetheart, are you? Oh, I'm not right keen, but a lot of people do love tomatoes, don't they? Rabbits, sweetheart, can I give you rabbits? Because he's fetching rabbits in as well. Okay. Can I? All right, darling. And can you understand a Raymond? He's talking about a Raymond, but I do believe Raymond could be a friend of his, sweetheart, because I do feel that. Okay. I know there's a lady with him as well, and a lady comes in close and she wants to say hello, sweetheart. So I do know you know the lady as well. Okay. she's... Thank you. Just got these rabbits. All right. This lady wants to say hello to you, darling, and she's saying that she loves you and she wants to put her arms around you and give you a kiss. So watch where you could feel somebody touching you, where you feel as though somebody's got hold of you, because that's what this lady wants to do, darling. Oh, lovely. Because this lady wants to do this, sweetheart. And all right, talking about... What are you talking about? Can you understand where somebody's cracked a window, love? Because they're talking of a cracked window. They show me a window, what's got cracked. I don't feel it's a mirror. I feel it is a window. Might be a door window, but it's a window. All right, they've shown me that. Come on then, darling, because I'm going to pass you on to Tony. Oh, I know. I don't know what to call them, though. Those little daffodils. Not the big daffodils, them little daffodils.
Narcissi.
Oh, Narcissi. Can I give you some of those, sweetheart? That's what he's just said. Thank you, because she's there for you. But I want to give you those little Narcissi. Is that what you say?
Little baby daffodils.
Yeah, it is a baby daffodil.
Yeah.
You've got to give you baby daffodils, sweetheart.
Narcissus, but I believe
Narcissus.
the plural is narcissi.
You are quite
You're
correct,
getting me
Tony.
saying it's something stupid, you aren't you? Making me sound as...
No.
I'm a bit daft, I can't say it.
One is a narcissus, two is a narcissi.
Oh, well, there you go. Tony's told you what it is. Thank you, because I do know it's not a mirror. All right, I've got to give you these little flowers, sweetheart. And I like the man, not the chocolates. Can I give you Black Magic chocolate, sweetheart? You know, the Black Magic man. I've got to give you some of those. And I hope that's been okay for you, darling. And I'll pass you on to Tony or Irene and say thank you for working with me.
Tony?
I've got a lady with me, and I don't know if I'm on the same link, but I'll give you what I'm getting. And while I was trying to form the link, I just was blank. There was nothing. So this lady would have suffered from a condition of the brain. It would have either been something like a stroke or a dementia or something. But I know it would have affected her head and the way she was thinking. Might have even been drugs she was on that would have, gone again, interfered with how she thought. So as she's coming in older than yourself. So I would put this as either mum or grandma or somebody of that generation, sweetheart. And I want to say that she would have liked nice things, not necessarily expensive things, but nice things. So I don't know if at times money was a little bit tight and we just made do amended, but she liked nice things, but they didn't have to have cost a lot. So I know she wasn't very materialistic and you have to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds when only 20 quid will do, or $20 or whatever. As I'm talking to you, I'm finding it really hard to finish a sentence because I'm running out of breath. So there would have been a breathing issue around her as well. I don't know if you can understand that. But as I'm moving my hands, I can hear jingling. I know I wear bangles, but there would have been bracelets or bangles around her wrist, sweetheart, if you can understand that as well. But I feel I want to take my bracelets off and hand them on. So would you understand her bracelets and jewelry still being here, if you can understand this? I know Jean's talked about dates and months, but she wants to talk about the month of January. I don't know if Jean mentioned January,
No,
but around January must be significant for something as well. It looks like it's the same link, Lisa, because Sky can take it.
There's Jackie said it, Mum as well, you see. Yeah. I think that's why.
Oh, right. No, she didn't wear bracelets. No. Well, I feel there's bracelets. So, Jackie, would you understand where bracelets and jewellery has been handed on? because I want to take these off and hand them over. And the month of January as well is significant around the family. She also wants to talk about 4. So there must be 4 in a family that is significant. And also she's talking about 3 with her in spirit. So there are 3 people in spirit that are significant as well that she wants to talk about. There's more, but there's 3 in spirit that is significant. Okay. She wants to acknowledge the younger male earth side of life. And she wants to put my thumbs up connected to this. Connected around this young man, because she's saying she's so proud of everything he's achieved. And this boy's still earth side, Jackie. Sky, sorry. This young man's definitely on earth. And somebody's really athletic as well, because I want to be running or playing football, but I know I'm really active and I'm running around. And she's putting thumbs up around him. Okay, where are we going? She is... Oh, okay.
So Lisa can take this as well as Jackie, Tony.
Lisa says she can take it all.
Yeah.
All
Sky can't take the bracelets, and that's important.
No, it is, because she wants to hand this jewellery on.
Yeah.
Give me something that'll split this. Give me something that'll split this. Okay. She's talking about making... What is that? Making... It looks to me like a tea loaf or a malt loaf. It's a dark cake with fruit in it, but it's in a loaf shape rather than a cake shape. Because she's talking about this. And okay. And she's also talking about somebody handwriting something rather than keyboard and typing. Somebody's handwriting on it's definitely got fruit in it, Jackie. It looks like
fruit bread.
Fruit bread or malt loaf.
No,
it's definitely fruit. But she's talking about somebody down here that's handwriting in a book. So it's either a diary or something like that, but the handwriting in it rather than on a keyboard and typing it. That's the one. Fruit cake baked in a bread tin. That's the one. Sorry, I've just seen Michael's.
It's all right. Somebody put on if we could tell them they're having a baby.
Oh, right, okay. No.
So he's answering that, Tony.
Oh, right. Oh, I didn't see that go up. I must have missed that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
Right, okay. And as she's right, okay. She's given me, the Kilner jars with the clippy lids.
Oh yeah.
She's given me one of them. So, and it's full of things. So she must have made her own pickles and chutneys and jams and things and put them in these jars with the lids that you seal with a metal clip. because I can see those lined up on a shelf. So this lady would have made her own pickles and chutneys and jams and marmalades, because I can see the jars of them. And she would have had those white labels as well that you write on.
Oh.
Okay, sweetheart, is that it? Okay. Somebody Earth side of life takes after her for that. They make their own stuff. I'm not saying pickles and jams, but they make their own stuff. All right. I have the jar that was Nana's and keep tea bags in it.
Keeps them fresh.
Amy keeps her tea bags and sugar in hers.
And Jackie says she's got those and she used it for my crafts. Same as me, Duck. I put some in my crafts, but not quite the same. Not what you
want. The significance of these jars would be that
use them for food.
The lady in spirit would have made chutneys in them, and jams and things. Right. Okay. And all right. That's about all. She's saying that's about all. But when she heard you say about crafts, she's saying this person does do craft as well. So the person she's talking to down here, but that could be a lot of people as well.
Yeah.
So I will leave that with you and say God bless. Thank you. And I'll see if Irene's got anything just to add on.
Well, Jackie and not me.
Jackie and Sky, take what you can up to this point. And if Lisa's, the lady that Lisa was connecting with, made jam and stuff, then the rest of it's for her. All right.
I'll let you answer this one, Tony. It's the one that Michael was referring to earlier. Right. Marissa's just put on, my mum came through once before to tell me my baby sister, she will have a baby girl, and she did last year. It's not medical.
We're not saying it's medical.
It might not be medical. Michael did say they're not medical. We're not medically based, so we wouldn't. But we also wouldn't predict.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
we would
not.
never predict.
So, right. Let me see. Right, when Jackie, your mum made jam, but not chutney. Right. Well, I've got somebody here. Carrying on from what Tony said, sweetheart. There must be somebody around you that made chucky, because, well, a type of chutney, because I've got tomato pickle here and I've got piccalilli, but this is going back a while, where people would live off the land and they would make these things from what was around. Yeah, my grandma used to make her own piccalilli. She used to make tomato pickle, but she also made marmalade and jam and stuff like that. And it's lovely when it's nice and fresh. Deborah's eating an Easter egg. Thanks for that, Deborah. Thanks for Deborah.
I've had some off mine.
But I've also I've got a lady with me, and I'm not sure if it's you, Jackie, or if it's a different link again. But with all the food of talk going on here, I've got this lady that I've got with me is a vegetarian. And going back to Jean's first message with the tomatoes, she's talking about somebody down here who takes out the centre of the beefy tomato and stuffs it with garlic mushroom or some sort of stuffing that she's made up or something like that. But there is somebody down here that does that now, that this lady is attached to. This lady is quite elderly. Elderly for me is sort of about between 50 and 70, I would say. And this lady used to make all her own, because she's just come through saying, oh, food, I used to do that many years ago. But she had the jars, you know, the Robinson jam jars. She had the jars with the tight lip, and she used to put the greaseproof paper on the top and then put the lid on. She didn't have the clips on the jars, this lady, but she made everything herself, gravies and all her pies, steak pies, fruit pies, and she also made fruit bread, banana bread, and all the other stuff like that. Now, this lady wants to talk to somebody down here about, because there's somebody down here that it wants to go to catering school, wants to train to be a chef. And now that's unusual, and that's very, very specific. There's a younger person down here that likes cooking and wants to train to be a chef, and she wants to let them know to go for it, because she will be right behind them. Whatever happens, must go on and do this. Pam, you're vegan, right? Okay, sweetheart. Would you understand then somebody around you, Pam, who would like to train to be a chef? And oh, right, hang on. Jackie says my sister, and then she says my son.
I don't know if she means that vegan. That I don't know if it's because we've just been having that conversation about eggs, Irene.
Right,
so I don't know if you're answering to that, love.
Right, could be. Right, okay. No, she's not saying. No, she's saying not a vegan, vegetarian, definitely vegetarian, because whoever this is, with a lot of vegetarians, some of them will eat cheese if it's the low stuff, and some will eat fish as well. Right, okay. So Pam, you would
sorry, yes.
Right, so Pam, you would understand where this person is, right? Okay. Well, this lady that I've got with me, sweetheart, she's just saying, go ahead with it. Tell them to go ahead with it, because it was what they was born to do, because they love food and they love to do whatever it is that they want to do. But they really want to go into pâtissier, if you would understand that. But they've got to do the other training first. They've got to do the three-year chef course. And then they've got to diversify. Your dad was a chef, right? Okay. And you was as well. That's wonderful, sweetheart. So this is just carrying on a family tradition. This lady is so pleased that somebody is going to actually go and get qualified. And because the ambition, apparently, come on then, what is it? Oh, the ambition is to work, to have their own restaurants. If you would understand that, Pam.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And so whoever this younger one is, they've got to learn the trade. I mean, I'm a qualified chef myself, and I know what it goes through, but they want to specify, because apparently this younger one is good at making cakes. So they want to diversify and go into being a pâtissier and doing all the breads and stuff like that. A bit like Paul Hollywood. He's a baker, I know, but he also does pâtissier as well. But what this lady is saying, Pam, is go for it. Tell this person, if it's not you, it must be somebody in the family. Tell them to go for it. And it is hard work, and it's your granddaughter. It is very hard work. I know, guys. I did it myself, and it's not got easier as the years have gone on. But if they don't do it now, they'll never do it. So if that's what they want to go for, please encourage them, Pam, and please say, you go on with it. And then with you being a chef yourself, and your dad, if it's hopefully is still with us, then you'll be able to give a few pointers. But remember that things have changed since, well, they have certainly have since I went to culinary school anyway, since I went to college, you know. But this lady is giving the big thumbs up. So whoever this younger one is that you know, she's going on the right path, and she's going to be behind her and with her 110%, sweetheart. She's going to give her a little lift and try and help her from spirit. And I'm going to leave that with you, Pam, and I'm going to say thank you for working with me. God bless.
Can I just call Catherine? Oh, sorry, Tony, go on.
No, I was just going to say, I can't hear any faint whispering.
No, I can't.
No, I can't. Who says this whispering?
Lisa Scott said she heard somebody say, whisper, don't look at me.
Oh. Well, you look at us, though, because we're not whispering.
Yeah, we're not whispering, sweetheart.
Go on, Jean.
Yes, just
You're
quickly,
very welcome,
because it's only
Pam.
confirmation. Can I go back to Catherine Jones? Because her mum come through other day and she came on right at end, didn't she? So if you're still on, Catherine, I'm going to say it quickly. Mum said she wants to reassure you, darling, you and family, that she's with with Dad, sorry. She's also with another lady and another gentleman. She wants to make it clear that they're fine, that your dad came for a sweetheart. Okay. I know I told you about the hymn Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I told you about that, sweetheart. But she wants to just say, you've got to carry on. I've got to say that to you, darling. So I hope you're still on, because I'm just going to say it just in case, because she'll keep coming back. She says, you've got to carry on, sweetheart. She wants you to dry them tears and start to doing what you're doing. I don't know if you've gone back to work yet, sweetheart, but she says she wants you to get on doing what you was doing before. Nobody could have done anything. All right, sweetheart. Nobody could have done anything at all. She says she went nice and peacefully, and she's just thankful and grateful for everything that you've done over the time, sweetheart. And also she wants to say, oh, bless her. She's just said, change the photo. So she wants the photo changing. Thank you. I know she's with your dad as well, darling. But she wants the photo changing. So will you change your photo, sweetheart? I know you'll have more than one, but she says you'll notice which one she's talking about when you see it. I don't know if it's in a wooden frame, because she's showing me wooden, but I don't know if she wants it in a silver or a glass. There's something, darling, with that, so please look. Okay. All right, she's mentioning the younger ones. I'm not saying the toddlers, but the younger ones, she's saying they'll do well. All right. I know they'll be your nieces and nephews, but she says they'll do well, sweetheart. Okay. All right. So she says, she's just said, I'm all right because I can boss him about. So I know I went to your house when we were kids. I can't remember from leaving school, anything like that. But she's talking about this as well, sweetheart. But she says she just wants to reassure you, darling, that they are there together. I don't know if you've got her ring, sweetheart, because she's mentioning that as well. And she wants to thank you. You must have put something in the casket, or you did something special, because she's saying she wants to thank you for that as well and for everything you did. I'm going to pass you on to Tony or Irene, because obviously I don't know what's happened from us leaving school at 16, but I did know about you when we were kids and we was twanging about together at school. All right. But she's just said, will you look after yourself properly, sweetheart? Okay. And eat correctly. Don't miss meals. She don't want you to do that. She says, because I don't want you to get unwell. So I hope you can understand that. I know, darling, she's told me that it would be you, but she don't want you to get unwell. And I'm not going into that because you know what I'm talking about with that. All right. And she don't want that to happen. Okay, sweetheart, because I know what can happen. All right. So she don't want that. And she's just said, and don't rush sorting the things out. All right. So do it when you're ready. There's no rush. Tony's knows because he's playing with his ring, so he's got somebody, because I can tell when Tony's got somebody. Don't rush sorting things out, sweetheart. You know, take your time. It don't matter how long it takes. Okay, but she's there for you, darling, and she's just wanting you to look after yourself, all right? Stay as a unit with the rest of your family, and she's okay. She's definitely okay, sweetheart. She's got everything she had when she was on Earth plane, and especially when she was younger, she's told me. All right, so I'm going to pass you on, Catherine. I had to tell you, darling. So I'll pass you on to our Tony or our Irene and see if they can get anything from Mum and Dad for you. Okay.
Go on, Tony. You've got somebody with you, so.
I have. I've got a lady with me, and she's a very strong lady, very strong-willed lady, because she wasn't waiting till Jean had finished. She was straight there and was giving me
I knew you'd got her.
Lots of stuff. And she's pulled my engagement ring off, sweetheart.
Oh dear.
But I feel like she's pulled my engagement ring off and I want to hand it over. So I don't know if somebody's handed her an engagement ring back, or if somebody down here has a lady's engagement ring. But it's a really pretty ring. And I can just see it, but I want to be handing it over. So I don't, like I said, I don't know if this is an engagement ring that's gone back, or if it's you've got mum's engagement ring or grand's engagement ring or something like that. The lady I'm working with, very strong lady, very had very clear ideas about what was right and wrong, liked manners, liked being polite, like people to be polite and respectful. But this lady would have been she wouldn't have been shy in telling you how it was and what was what. So I hope this makes sense for you, Catherine. I'm smelling Yorkshire puddings, but when I close my eyes, I can see Toad in the Hole, which I know are Yorkshire puddings with a sausage in it.
Don't like sausage, but I like the pudding.
But Catherine, would you understand where a lady would have made Toad in the Hole and Yorkshire puddings and things? And the ones I'm seeing are like balloons, they're huge. So this must be coming through from memory link. I can also see a cross on a chain. I wear a crucifix around my neck. So I don't know. So somebody must have a cross and a chain that's come through spirit. And right, okay. Again, I've got the thanks for what went in. So somebody put either photographs or notes in the coffin with this person. What are those flowers, sweetheart? I didn't get poppies. Catherine, I can see poppies. I'm sure they are real poppies rather than on a wallpaper or on a bedding, but somebody must really like poppies. I know they only last a short time before the petals get knocked off, but somebody must like the poppies because I can see them. And I haven't really got a strong link with this lady. It's a bit difficult to get things through, but she's talking again about she's really emphasizing that something went in with that, and it looks like paper to me. So it's either notes or photographs that have gone in with this lady, and she's talking about the outfit she was put in. She likes the outfit she was put in, and she wants people to know that. All right, sweetheart. And as she's leaving me, darling, I just want to talk about the 23rd of a month, around the 23rd of a month. And say that again, sweetheart. I didn't catch that. Sorry. About 3:05. 3:05. I don't know if this is AM or PM, but about 3:05. Must be significant as well, sweetheart. And use a perfume. Use a perfume. There must be a bottle of perfume of hers still around, and somebody must like it. And she's saying, just use it. But they're saying, I can't use that because it's grandma's or aunties or whoever. But she's saying, get it used. It'll only go off.
That's lovely.
Get it used. All right. And I will leave that with you and say, God bless. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. The one thing that I'm getting more than anything is I've got a gentleman that connects with me, sweetheart, and he's just saying that he comes around you a lot, and you felt this gentleman's presence, and he feels that you need it at the moment, sweetheart, because he's saying that you're very, very weary. And as I'm speaking to you, I feel as though I just want to close my eyes and go to sleep because I am so, so tired. But he says you've had a lot going on, sweetheart, and you've done. We put the photos in the covers.
Yes, she would have.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, bless her.
That's so
lovely.
sweet, Catherine.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's feeling your tiredness. He's feeling your tiredness, sweetheart, and he's just wanting to give you a great big hug and kiss, and just to say it's you'll get there, lass. That's what he's saying, and you've got a perfume as well. That's lovely. But he's saying that you will get there. It just takes time. There is no beginning and no end to grief, sweetheart. Everybody does it in their own way and their own time. And it doesn't matter if nothing gets done tomorrow. And as I think it was Jean that said, you're running around a bit like a little bit of a headless chicken. Take time to breathe, sweetheart. This is what he's saying. Take time to breathe, and things will get done when you're ready to do them. Don't just go and do them because you think you have to. You can take your time.
Your brothers will help.
Oh, it's brother-in-law. Oh, that's lovely. Father-in-law, because he always called her lass. Oh, that's lovely, Catherine. Thank you for that confirmation. But you understand what he's saying, and he's saying, don't worry about the tears that you cry as well, because again, it doesn't matter. It's your grief, and you deal with it how you feel is right for you. But you also know there's family there if you need it, and you've not only got your earth family, you've got your spirit family around you as well, sweetheart. But he just wants you, like Gina said, he wants you to have a rest, sweetheart. He wants you to take things a bit easier and just slow down a little bit. Okay, and things will get sorted when you're ready. And that's the message from him, sweetheart. So I'm going to say good. Oh, and hang on. Oh, I've got to give you bluebells from this gentleman, Catherine. So I don't know if bluebells mean something to you, but I've got to give you some bluebells, and mixed in with some. What are they? Right. Okay. With some white carnations. So
Ooh.
I don't normally get I don't normally get white carnations, but obviously they must mean something, sweetheart. So I'm going to leave that with you with all his love, and I'm going to say good night and God bless, and thank you for working with us.
The bluebells, I can take the bluebells with Catherine because we used to pick them.
Oh,
when
right.
we were kids at school.
Oh, that's lovely. What about the white carnations?
I don't know. That must be Catherine's, but the bluebells, we picked them at school because they had them in little woods, Catherine, if you can remember, around our school. Because we went to the same
you're not
school.
allowed to pick them now, are you? It's illegal to pick them.
And you could get them in the woods. But I'll give you a ring, Catherine, and now we can get together outside.
Yeah.
We said we'd meet up and we'll get together, love, and have a drink and a natter.
Yeah.
Which is what we did. We had them at school, you see. You could take them out at school field, couldn't you?
Yeah, but you can't now. You're not allowed to, are you?
And she says illegal. Yes.
Yeah, take care, love.
Take care, sweetheart.
Well, while Irene was talking, I picked up Michael's pen, as you can see.
Yes, I noticed.
And I started scribbling on a pad he's got on the desk. And in amongst my scribble, that there's David, New Street, Birmingham, Auntie, and then Brenda.
Right.
And I think New Street is Birmingham, one of Birmingham's train stations.
It is. It is. Yeah, it is.
So I don't know where that's come from, but David, something to do with New Street Station, Birmingham.
Well, I know Brenda moved to Birmingham.
Oh.
Not the station, but she did because Mum and Dad moved. Not a dad had passed, but a mum moved there with Tony and one of the other lads. And then Brenda moved for a different reason. And David, obviously, I can take David in another way, but I'm not putting it with that. So if anybody else can understand that, but I can understand that with Brenda for that little bit. But see if somebody else can take it. Deborah.
Well, I can take Brenda. My mum worked with a lady called Brenda. My sister's ex-boyfriend used to live in Birmingham, and I have a cousin, David.
Well, there's Deborah as well. I can take New Street. I'm from Birmingham.
My auntie is Brenda and my cousin's David. Perfect. I mean, I'm not fibbing. There it is. Look, I was scribbling up here this bit, and then David, New Street, Birmingham, Auntie Brenda.
There you go.
There you are. All right. Well, let's see if I can connect now. Then I've never done that before, so that's really.
I have once, but you haven't, and I haven't done it.
I've never done it.
Sky says she can take it too.
Yeah,
Sky.
Deborah can take it. Yeah.
And Susie. Oh, Tony, you've opened up now.
Oh, hornet's nest here. Hang on then. Come here, sweetheart. Who's this?
See, David's a popular name and New Street Station is a popular place to go.
And Tora says, wow, good luck, Tony.
Yeah.
It's going to need it.
I'm not picking up a pen again.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, bless you. Well, it's a lady that I've got connecting with me, and the lady I've got connecting with me would have liked to write because I've got that's why I picked up a pen, obviously, and started scribbling and doodling. So this lady, as she's connecting with me, I want to be a very smart lady, very well dressed and well presented lady, and I want to say that she would have worn blouses and a skirt and lovely shoes, but only with a little heel. She didn't really like really high heels, very little heel, as I can feel them on my feet. And she's also wanting to say she worked hard. I don't know what she did. She's not giving me any sense of that, but I know I work hard. She's also telling me that used to write your letters. Okay, she always looked beautiful. Hair's always done as well. It's really nice. And if she couldn't get it done, she would tie it back or push it back so that it was out of the way and it didn't look straggly. I also want to say she's very particular, because she's commenting on my handwriting and saying, but that's awful. Yeah. And it's like, well, I wasn't even aware I was writing, sweetheart. So, I'm telling her. But don't tell me off. That's rude. She's not swearing or anything. She's just been very to the point. I
thought she was posh.
And the thing is, Deborah, she would have been quite to the point as well. If she had something to say to you, she would just say it. And that's just how she was. And she's saying it's because she didn't want to spend all this time explaining things. Why use 20 words when 3 will do? Okay. But she's just coming through, sweetheart, because she's saying there's things you need to say and you need to say the words carefully and choose the words very carefully that you need to say. She's also telling me, sweetheart, that there's people who are trying to influence your decision. Does that make sense? And it's like she's saying, no, you be like that oak tree, sink your roots deep into the ground and stand firm and don't be swayed from what you know is right for you. She's also telling me, sweetheart, that, see, I don't want to do that. Okay. There are 2 younger ones, because she showed me a family tree and she's pushing them down. So I think she means below you, Deborah. So sons, daughters, nephews, nieces. I'm going along that line. And she's saying, they can do so much if they are encouraged. And oh God, come on. She's using gardening analogies, sweetheart, and she's saying they need nurturing and feeding, and it's like she's standing them in a pile of horse manure and saying they need all the nourishment and for the mind she's saying, and they can do so much, Deborah. They really can do so much. But she's saying you're the right person to motivate them and encourage them and let them spread their wings and explore the way they need to explore to get what they want and what they need. But she's saying as well, sweetheart, she wants to take you and put you in that same pile and say that you need to nurture yourself and grow yourself, because right, she's saying you're trying to do the same, not the same things. You're trying to move forward and to go where you want to go, but you feel a little bit lost, sweetheart, and a little bit like you don't know where you want to be and what you want to do. And what she's saying is you've got to find your own identity now. And things are new and things are different, and you just need to take it slowly, but nourish yourself and nurture yourself, and you will get there, sweetheart. Okay. She's also right. Okay. She's shown me a brooch, darling, and it's got a stone in it. I don't know what color stone it is, but it looks like it's got a filigree edging around it and a stone in the middle. So either she wore brooches or had brooches, or somebody would have had brooches, but I can see this brooch and she's just talking about it. So if you know where it is, that's beautiful. If you don't, you'll come across it, sweetheart. And as she's turned away to walk away from me, she's just dropped what looks like a headscarf. So would you understand where somebody would have had a really nice headscarf, sweetheart? Because she's just shown it me. All right. And I will leave her love with you and say, God bless you. Thank you so much. And I'll see if Jean and Irene have got anything.
Can I go next, if you don't mind?
Yeah, of course you can do.
Tony, you said an headscarf, but do you know what they've just shown me? One of those plastic arch you put on, when it's raining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, plastic rain hats.
I nearly said what I used to call them.
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm glad you didn't.
Well, Deborah, can I just say, sweetheart, can I give you one of these plastic art things they used to put when it's raining, because she didn't want to get her hair wet, darling. So she's coming in with this as well as a memory for you. And I know I'm with the same lady, because I know you said she was funny, and I've got the funny character she's got with her. But can I just say, she would help anybody, darling. Is. She'd give anybody her last sixpence, and she's saying sixpence, so we must be going back, because I'd give them that. She won't give him a last Rolo, but she'd give him a last sixpence. But she said, I would help anybody, and if they needed feeding and she had got it, she'd help them, darling, because that's the kind of person she was. She didn't like to see nobody without, and if they were upset, she gave them time at day, sweetheart. And this is just how she's coming in at the moment. So I know she's trying to help you in this kind of way. Thank you. So I do know she's trying to come in, darling, and help you in the way she would have helped people. Rainat, I just got this plastic.
Yeah.
That's on my head.
Rainat,
I know she's got this sense of humour about it, because she says, I know when to have a laugh, even though, and you can understand where some people did think, I'm not saying posh, but some people did think she were upper class, but she says, I weren't. She says, I weren't. She says, it's just I like to look nice, and this is what she's saying, darling, okay? I know Tony's did you get jewellery, Tony? I can't remember. But I know I've got Yeah, you give a brooch, didn't you? But I've got a ring, sweetheart. She's talking about a ring. And I don't know if this ring was too big for her because she would have lost weight, or there was something to do with the ring, or she lost something. All right, sweetheart, because she's taking me to that. She's making reference. Thank you. Can I give you the month of July as well, sweetheart? Oh, she always looked posh and spoke posh. But she got time for everybody and she'd have a laugh. This is what I like about her. Because no matter what people thought, she would still go and help them. And she never judged them neither. But she's giving me this jewellery, sweetheart, especially this ring. Okay. And I want to give you the month of July, darling, and there would be a passing in the month of August she's making reference to. I want to give you the 2nd of a month as well, because she's doing 2. Thank you, Tony. She's giving me the 2nd of a month, sweetheart. Okay. No, she weren't snobbish. So she wants to make reference to that. And I want to give you 5:05. She's just done me 5:05. So I don't know if that was a birth or a passing, or even an hospital appointment. She's giving me 5:05. Okay. Thank you. What else? Can I give? What am I? Oh, you're right. Give me just a bunch of flowers. I think she's as bad as me with flowers. Can I just give you a bunch of flowers, sweetheart? Because she's given me a bunch of flowers, and she's just said I've got to pass them on to you. Now, we'll be here all night if I describe these flowers, because they're not one. There's quite a few different types of flowers in a bunch. It's a proper bunch of flowers. Okay. And she says, I've got to give them you. She says, and it's the fragrances, what's in and what smells lovely. And that's what you'd like. And I don't know if you've smelled all these different fragrances, different smells, what you think you couldn't understand, because she's saying she's coming with these fragrances. Okay, sweetheart. And they're all summer lovely, lovely smells as she's fetching in. She's just had a laugh. And she's talked about, it's not funny, she's talked about somebody who got stung with a wasp or a bee. I'm not saying if she means now, sweetheart, or if she means when you were a child, but it's not very nice, is it? Because she's just mentioning being stung. Thank you. So I'm going to give you the stinging, darling. I don't know if it were a bee or a wasp. I just know it's what stung. Okay, she's fetching that in as well. And there's a memory of watching the sunset. Bet that were beautiful. I don't know who you were with, darling, but there's a memory of watching the sunset. Thank you. She's making reference to that as well. And with this sunset, darling, I'm going to leave you with that because it is so beautiful. Just sat watching this. Okay, Deborah. And I'm going to send a night and God bless with this sunset. Oh, and sticky toffee pudding.
See, I knew she hadn't finished.
No, I've just got it. I can taste it. And I just want to leave you with sticky toffee pudding. Yes, at sunset. Well, you can have the sticky toffee pudding to go with it, love. And I'm going to leave it there.
Sticky toffee pudding go well on a sunset, but anyway.
I'll have sticky toffee pudding with custard.
I'd like to just give me a bowl of sticky toffee pudding.
Right, Deborah, I've lost my track now. Right, the sunset. As Jean said, sunset. I got the song "Red Sails in the Sunset." So I don't know if you know somebody who likes sailing or wants to sail, but I've got that with you, sweetheart. And also, when Tony mentioned the office work, I got with the writing and that, I got shorthand, the Pitman shorthand. So I don't know if she was a secretary or if she would, but it was that sort of ilk where she would sort of be in, and she trained, or she did some training to be a shorthand typist. You wanted to go on a cruise, right? Okay, sweetheart, that's lovely. So that's why we've got the song "Red Sails in the Sunset," and she loved writing. Right. There's not a lot more else that I've got for you, sweetheart, really. She was a secretary, so she would have done the Pitman shorthand, and she would also have trained in other office work as well. And she prided herself on being smart. And I know that we've had a laugh with the rain hat, but would you understand this lady, Deborah, having a collection of scarves to go with her clothing, to dress it up a little bit, because it's she's showing me this lovely collection of scarves that she had. So anything else, sweetheart? She just wants to leave you, darling, with she's smiling so much, and she says she just wants to say thank you for letting her come through and talk to you. And she's saying she loved the scarves. Right, that's lovely. And she's talking about the writing, and I don't know if you'd understand if she would have had a journal or a diary, because she's talking about writing thoughts and stuff down in a diary. But we're going back to the 60s here, so with the sixpences and the shillings and everything. Oh, and who liked bonfire toffee? She's talking about bonfire toffee, so there must be a reference to something around bonfire night as well, because the bonfire toffee, that's quite an acquired taste as well. And that's all I've got for you, sweetheart. So I'm going to say good night and God bless, and thank you for working with us.
That's fine, Deborah. She can laugh at my writing all she wants. I laugh at my writing sometimes when I've written stuff out and I look at it and think, well, I can't even read that.
And so. Catherine's just put, she's sat eating sticky toffee pudding and mum liked it. Well, her mum loved it. So she's sat eating that bread as well.
When it's done right,
I like banana loaf if it's done properly.
Yeah. I make
Michael's mum makes delicious banana loaf.
Yeah, I like banana bread and the egg custards. I like making my own egg custards.
Oh, you can make me one.
Our dot does them.
Darling.
Our dot does some nice ones.
Well, I could buy everybody.
I could buy you an egg custard and get you and pretend I'd made it.
You could, and I probably wouldn't know the difference. But thank you everybody for spending your Easter Sunday evening with us. It's been wonderful.
Oh, it's been beautiful service.
Thank you so much. We absolutely love it. Wednesday there'll be no service Monday. We're having the day off, but Wednesday there'll be the service at Bridlington, Pastures Green, if you want to look at that. Thursday there'll be the afternoon. There'll be us online at 1:00 in the afternoon UK time, and then Thursday evening there will be Little Port service, and then Friday we will be back, and then Sunday as always. So thank you so much. Anything else we're doing that you want to announce, ladies?
No. No, don't think so, sweetheart.
Okay. We have now got a couple of bookings for physical services, so keep an eye on my webpage, www.tonyswindlesmedium.com, and all of the dates are on there and where we'll be. I can't think. The first one's in Hull in John Street. I can't think of the date of that. It's not John Street. It's in the...
It's Community Hall, isn't it?
And then up at Seaham sometime as well. So just keep an eye on my webpage. All the dates are in there.
28th, I think, because I've asked you twice.
It's the Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, it's Tuesday, 27th, because I'm at hospital on 28th.
All right. Okay. So we are starting to get out and about again, but we're taking it careful. But we will let you know exactly where we are. Okay. Thank you, everybody, again. And could we close the service, please, ladies?
Yes, we can. Can we bow our heads, please, friends? Dear Lord, Divine Father, thank you for this beautiful service on this lovely Easter Sunday. Thank you for all the many blessings you give to us each day. And thank you for all the people that have come through with messages of proof of love, of life everlasting. And until we meet again, can I please ask for a guardian angel to be with each and every one of you? Amen.
Amen.
Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen.
Oh, Lisa, that's lovely. That's lovely. Thank you. She says it's amazing how a short while with you guys can pull me out of a bad mood. She's been in a bad place for a couple of days, but we've made her giggle and smile. That's
Lisa,
lovely. Thank you.
We can come down to Van from 12th of April. So I'll be giving you a little tinkle and we'll get together, though, if you still want to.
Well, that's lovely. Thank you, and God bless everybody. And we will see you all soon. See you on Thursday, people. Thank you.
Good night, all. God bless.
Night, God bless.
Good night.